Dobry dan. Hello, hello, and good day, good day. We have finally made it to the coastal city of Bar, Montenegro. Just arrived at the train station, and we're going to take a short walk down into the city. I think it'd be about a 20-minute walk or so. I think I'm going the correct direction. Let's go explore this coastal gem on the Adriatic Sea, coming back from Bar, Montenegro. Sometimes you're just happy that you keep your camera handy. Not something you'd expect to see many places, especially on the side of the road. We're in Bar, Montenegro. We finally made it down. Nice little buzz of this city here on a Friday afternoon. I'll go see if I can find a coffee. I think this is the correct direction that will eventually spur us back to the water as well. Temperatures have finally cooled off after many days of the mid-30s Celsius, mid-90s Fahrenheit. Today we are a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit, about 21 or 22 Celsius. All right, I think my coffee might be in this little neighborhood. Coming back. I'm just kind of aimlessly wandering here, but man, it's just such a real tropical feel to it. I mean, the guy in the convertible here. I'm not sure if I'm heading towards the sea or not. Actually, right out there, I can see some boats right on the edge of the water, so that must be like the harbor area over there. I mean, are we in Key West or Bar, Montenegro? This is awesome. All right, I think straight ahead we will hit the sea, and then we will definitely realize it's not Key West, Florida. Key West, Florida does not have mountains that cascade into the water. Maybe we'll go down and take a look at the harbor as well. Check out some of the expensive boats maybe. Well, it's not the sandiest beach in the world. Probably won't end up on many top 10 lists, but walking along the footpath here is much more comfortable than walking on the rocks. I think the only way you could enjoy being seaside here would be with one of those chairs, and normally you can rent those. Now we're here in the latter part of September, so while the weather's cooler, certainly less crowds than what you might anticipate in the height of the summer season. But most of the things I've walked past in the city today still remain open. Sutomore, just maybe 5 or 6 miles to the north, 10 kilometers say. A lot of their promenade is closed down for the season. A lot of the restaurants and things that tourists would utilize from when I was there just a month or so ago is already shut down. But here the gelatos and the coffee are still being served right next to the water. And I'd say the majority of the people here are probably some of those 16,000 people that live locally and are probably happy to have their seaside and their city back from the summer tourists. Found one of the city stadiums here. What phenomenal views you get walking around. Just decided to take a lap or two on the track. One of my favorite things to do. Good way to get some steps in. But look over here. Gold Dome Church that we'll go visit momentarily. Oh, maybe 200 meters or so off the seashore. We have this Serbian Orthodox Church. Church of Saint Ivan Vladimir. See it with the golden crosses and the gold dome. Less than a decade old, this church. Nice lovely little seating area out here, maybe before or after a service if you wanted to sit under a tree. Although probably can't film inside, I'm going to at least walk in and check out the interior. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the church that we saw from Podgorica. Now, just across the street from the Serbian Orthodox Church is the sports hall. And the sports hall is kind of a multi-purpose facility. I know the local professional basketball team plays there in the wintertime. And according to maps on Google, they have a terrific cafe pub that's over here, I think, right there on the left side. Well rated for a coffee, Coke, or a cocktail. The sports hall here in Bar. So what you see here is the ruins of a church, an old Roman church that was built in the 5th century and stood here for about 400 years before it was destroyed in the 9th century. Right here in the middle of Bar, Montenegro. Had to stop at the grocery store, and this is a soda that is actually very tasty. I had seen it before, but I had never bought it until a couple days ago, and now I'm kind of hooked on it. And I asked the girl, I said, do you pronounce this Cocta? Cocta? And she said, yep, that's how you do it. So I'm rolling with it, as long as she told me correctly. Similar to Cocta, I think I gave that story one time in a trip through Slovakia. Cocta was first blended, first formulated back in the middle of the last century. Back in the 1950s and 1960s, you could not get Pepsi or Coca-Cola in the communist-controlled areas of Europe. And much like I said, Cocta in Czech Republic and present-day Slovakia, they wanted to find a drink that would rival Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and in present-day Slovenia they came up with this one, Cocta. Finest herbal extracts, the original. And it's available through the former Yugoslavian states: Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, North Macedonia, and then Kosovo. Kosovo is kind of a disputed territory. Serbia claims it is theirs. Kosovo says they're independent. So not political on my end, but just there's either 6 or 7 former states of Yugoslavia, depending on how you look at it. But either way, Cocta pretty good. Kind of circling back to where I began the video this afternoon, another more modern looking church here. But there's a neighborhood right behind it looking back into the hills that are very, very reminiscent of the 20th century and communism times. As you look at these apartment buildings that are kind of blocky and kind of look all the same. Is there an old part of Bar? Yes, there is, but it is not located near where I am. It's actually about 3 miles, maybe 5 kilometers outside. It's called Stari Bar. Stari meaning old, so Old Bar. And there are some buildings, I guess, back there that date back to like the 15th century. So I will not make it over there today. It will not be part of this video. I'll have to go on and read and see if it's even worth seeing. But down here where we've explored today is a little bit more modern area, and they have shopping malls and hypermarkets, and then right there you got like a brand new looking apartment building. So a very nice blend of the 19th century with today's 20th century from Bar.
Ja živim s lepom koloseku, prošli su svi moji vozovi. Čitao sam današnje novine, nisu izvučeni moji lozovi. Sunce izlazi i zalazi,